Today, processed foods are widely accepted as a staple of modern life. From canned vegetables and ramen noodles to frozen pizza and prepackaged snacks, most modern foods come in a package or can. But is the ease and convenience of packaged foods worth the cost? Processed foods are generally understood to be any food that has been altered from its original form for preservation, storage, sale, or consumption. The majority of processed foods fall within four categories: canned goods, example, canned soup; ready-to-eat packaged meals, example, ramen noodles; frozen dinners, example, lean cuisine mac and cheese; and packaged snack foods, example, potato chips. But do these terms even capture all of what we understand about processed foods? What is processed food? As defined by the United States Department of Agriculture, USDA, processed food is any food that has been subjected to processing, including canning, drying, freezing, artificial ripening, elementary processing, or other procedures that alter the appearance, quality, or nutritional value of the food. Processed foods are often thought of as foods that have been refined or processed using chemicals. However, even foods that appear to be natural may have been altered in some way. The USDA defines processed foods as those that have been treated with acid or other chemicals, heat, moisture, or oxygen, or combined with other ingredients, such as flour or sugar. Processed foods can be prepared at any time, but they usually fall into two categories: shelf-stable and perishable. Shelf-stable foods are those that can be stored at room temperature for an extended period, such as canned soups and vegetables. Perishable foods are those that are meant to be consumed quickly, such as fruits and vegetables. Canned foods. Canned foods can be stored for years at room temperature, rather than in the refrigerator. Many canned foods, such as beans, corn, and tomatoes, are high in sodium and fat and are poor options for healthy eating. Some canned foods, such as low-sodium vegetable soups, canned salmon, and low-fat, low-sodium turkey entrees, are healthier options. Plastic is not good for your health, so make sure the can you choose is BPA-free. Look for brands that use glass or aluminum cans. Check the label for the amount of sodium, sugar, and saturated fat per serving. If you want to eat the foods in the can rather than out of the can, opt for low-sodium varieties. Ready-to-eat packaged meals. Ready-to-eat packages are often confused with processed foods. These packaged meals generally contain ingredients that have been prepped and cooked but have not been subjected to any additional processing. Some prepped meals are cooked and frozen, while others are heat-sealed in cans and then chilled. This category includes whole grains and pasta, sandwiches, burritos, and other quick meals. Studies have shown that people who eat a healthy diet rich in fresh fruits and vegetables may have a lower chance of obesity or disease, but they may be able to improve their diet even further by eating ready-to-eat meals, such as low-carb or low-calorie boxed lunches, that provide extra nutrients. Frozen dinners. Frozen dinners can be a convenient, quick, and healthy option for eating out or when a busy schedule doesn't allow for eating a healthy meal. Many frozen dinners are high in sodium and fat and are poor options for healthy eating. For example, frozen dinners that come in boxes or bags that are microwavable often contain unhealthy ingredients, such as high amounts of sodium, fat, and sugar. These frozen dinners may contain ingredients such as pizza, burgers, chicken nuggets, mac and cheese, and spaghetti. When buying frozen dinners that are not packaged in individual servings, make sure to read the ingredient list and choose those that are low in sodium, fat, and sugar. Frozen dinners that are packaged in individual servings are a convenient option for when you are on the go and don't have time to cook a healthy meal. These dinners can be nutritious and healthy when you choose those that are packaged in meals with fresh vegetables and whole grains. Disadvantages of eating processed foods. While processed foods are convenient and increase the availability of food to the general population, they can also be unhealthy. Many processed foods are high in sodium, fat, and sugar, which can increase the risk of poor health. In recent years, health advocates have promoted a healthy diet that is rich in fruits and vegetables along with lean proteins and whole grains. Eating a diet rich in processed foods can be challenging because of their high saturated fat, sodium, and sugar content. Packaged snack foods. Packaged snack foods are often high in saturated fat, sodium, and sugar, making them poor options for eating healthy. Snack foods that are high in saturated fat, sodium, and sugar are often sold in individually wrapped bags or boxes. These snack foods are also often high in preservatives, additives, and other additives that have been linked to health problems. Processed snack foods often contain ingredients such as refined sugar, refined flour, corn syrup, high fructose corn syrup, hydrogenated fats, artificial colors, and synthetic ingredients. How to tell if a food is processed? It is important to keep an eye out for signs that food is processed. Processed foods should have obvious signs of processing, such as cans or packages. You should also check the ingredients list, which should include ingredients that have been chemically altered. You should also avoid foods that contain ingredients that have been processed, such as high fructose corn syrup, refined sugar, sodium chloride, and salt. You should also avoid foods that contain ingredients listed in the top 100 most commonly used ingredients in processed foods. These ingredients, such as corn syrup, high fructose corn syrup, hydrogenated oils, and artificial colors, are often found in processed foods. How to choose healthy, pre-processed foods. When shopping for prepackaged foods, look for those that are canned, packaged in ready-to-eat meals, or sold in frozen food sections. These foods are often high in fat, sodium, and sugar and are not as healthy as fresh produce or whole grains. You should also buy fresh foods as often as possible and learn how to properly store them. If you choose to eat prepackaged foods, make sure to read the nutrition facts panel and compare the amount of saturated fat, sodium, and sugar consumed in the packaged foods with that found in fresh produce and whole grains. Conclusion: processed foods are often viewed as unhealthy and wasteful. This is largely due to the advertisements and marketing tactics used by companies to promote the consumption of these foods. It is important to understand that processed foods can be beneficial, provided they are consumed in moderation and are paired with fresh produce and whole grains.